All right. Thanks to those joining me live, and to those that'll be joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. Let's do some live commentary for the closing rounds here, and then we'll do a post fight. The fight's not. They're showing college baseball. All right, on ESPN. Why the hell do I pay a cable bill? All right. And why the hell am I subscribed to ESPN? Are they going to be announcing and advertising a damn fight? Okay, and they have it on an app that I have to pay $4.99 for, right? 7-day free trial. I'll be canceling after this damn fight's up. But either way, I have to give my credit card information. But it's a little bit of a bullshit move, all right? I'm just letting you know right now. So far, Crawford has been dominating this fight. An occasional right hand by Horn. Horn's hanging in there. He's tough. He's rugged, and he's durable. Everything everybody say is applicable, but Crawford is not slowing down. Horn most definitely needs a home run here to win this matchup, point blank. Period. All right, and his effort is there. You gotta give that to Horn. All right. His effort's there. So far, I got to be honest, all 7 rounds, I've given them all to Crawford. Every single one of them. So on my scorecard, Horn needs to start winning rounds. He's got to get some knockdowns if he wants to even win this fight. Right? A knockout, I guess. But the holding is being brought up here by both fighters a little bit. Oh, Crawford with those straights, man. They are vicious. Just pop the head back of Jeff Horn, right? All right, a lot of posturing. Right now, Horn does not need to be initiating a lot of this holding. Horn needs to start letting those hands go more. He's going to get hit in the process. Oh, Crawford, what a beautiful overhand right. Ooh, what a great jab. The jab has been peppering Horn all night. Okay. The jab has been on point. This has been one hell of a boxing performance. This round's a little rough to watch because of a lot of this holding going on, but it was a clinic for sure in the first 7 rounds, but he's still winning this 8th round, Crawford. Look at that. Oh, he just caught him again. And he's throwing shots in the body as well. Okay, he can't miss Crawford. Look at him. Crawford is putting damage on Horn in this 8th round. Horn looks tired. Horn's got to dig deep. He's got to dig deep right now, all right? Horn getting caught. He's got to dig deep. Got to dig deep, Horn. You want to get out of this round. The round's almost over. He dug deep. And you got to give Horn this. You got to give him the fact that the dude has heart. You got to give him that. He took a beat. He took a beating in those last 40 seconds of the 8th round. All right? He took a beat. He took a beat. All right? But nonetheless, durable. So everybody was saying, right, oh, he's durable. Well, yeah, he is. I got to give him that. Now, DStyle did predict that the fight will end by the 9th round. We're about to see if the fight will get past the 9th round. Let's see. No doubt Crawford's going to land some big shots here. I don't know, man. I don't know if this fight's going to go distance. I just don't. But make no mistake about it. Right now, Horn is wondering to himself, how the hell am I going to beat this guy? I can't beat him in a chess match. Can't duck down low because that uppercut early in the fight was way too vicious. So I can't put the earmuffs on and duck low and put some pressure on. What can I do when I try to hold? I mean, the dude knows what to do, right? He doesn't look to the ref. Oh, he's getting too rough, ref. Do something. No. Crawford does something about it, okay? He'll turn his ass, right? And then he'll use that momentum to punch his ass afterwards. Now look at this. The start of the 9th round, right? Crawford, just being patient. Throwing a hook. You got to give Horn this. Horn is throwing, man. Horn is not giving up. Horn has heart. You got to give him that. Don't take that away from him. Nobody take that away from him. Crawford with a look at that sniper-like jab. Okay, look at that. That jab. DStyle's about to make a very big statement here. Okay, I'm about to make a big statement. That's the best jab in the sport of boxing right now. Right? Let's see here. Crawford with a straight. Horn missing. Horn looks tired, guys. He looks like he's pushing his punches more now when he throws them. No real snap in those punches. That's not a good sign for Jeff Horn whatsoever. Okay? There's still snap in those punches of Crawford. A lot of posturing here. Crawford is going. Ooh, Crawford landed the right hand. Light jab by Crawford. Nothing major. No, nothing major. That was more of a paw. Okay. Short little hook there. Crawford. Oh, Crawford knocks him down. Knockdown. Will DStyle be right here? I got 47 seconds for my prediction to be correct. Come on, ref. He's going to get hit some more here because Crawford just can't miss. All right? Crawford landing a hook there. Crawford with a... Oh, Crawford is landing bombs. It's over. The ref stops the fight. Now, look. Horn was not going to win this fight, but that was a little premature. I got to be honest, okay? He was going to get stopped, I do believe. Maybe until the next round, and that was a little too premature. I have to be honest, all right? I really do. I got to be objective with my audience. I got to be honest. It was a little too premature. Not a good stoppage. That was unnecessary. This is prize fighting, right? This is the hurt business. Horn is there. He's standing. He's trying to fight back. He's taking the punishment. He's a prize fighter, right? He's the champion. Yes, he's getting a beat down. Yes, DStyle predicted that the fight would end in the 9th round. Yes, he was just coming off a knockdown, but he got back up. He got back up. And yes, he was getting hit hard, but, you know, he was still in there. But hey, there's not a lot of complaining. I'm not going to do a lot of complaining because there's no way Horn was going to win that fight. He was pushing his punches. He was extremely exhausted. I'm sure the rest saw that too, but you can't stop it right there, right? You know, it's Crawford was either going to end them there or somewhere in the 10th round. I don't agree with that stoppage. Nonetheless, the fight went, I would say about 90 to 95%, like I said it would, right? And I'm not Monday morning quarterbacking. You guys can see my prediction, right? I don't want to toot my own horn. Okay, yes, anybody could say Crawford's going to win, but look, a lot of what I said was going to happen, right? And you got to give Crawford credit, right? I mean, student of the game, his piston-like uppercut too, but I was going to say jab, right? You know, his looping hooks, overhand rights, the straight right. You know, he was just on point here. And Horn had absolutely no answers other than heart, right? Other than taking a lot of punishment. That's the only answer he had. Just displaying his heart and durability. That's all he had, right? Horn looked exhausted. He was pushing his punches. He had nothing left, guys, right? Crawford's old school. Crawford could be fighting 15 rounds if he want if they still had him around. Okay. So credit where credit is due, right? To Jeff Horn. He was taking a beating. Crawford was not missing any punches here, right? One of the main reasons I didn't like that stoppage, it's not just because on the surface I just didn't agree with it, but you know it's just going to be another excuse, right? It's going to be something else. Oh, Crawford. Oh, Crawford wasn't really going to knock him. Now they're going to say he wasn't really going to knock him out and all this other shit, okay? I don't like excuses. You know what I mean? Let the guy go out on his back. Let Horn go out on his shield, right? Don't rob him of that. He wants to go out on his shield. If Horn did not want to go out on his shield, he would have not gotten up for that round. He wouldn't have gotten up from the stool and kept fighting, right? He would not have gotten up after that knockdown. He wants to go out on his shield. So don't rob him of that, and don't rob Crawford of a spectacular knockout that was about to happen, right? And then we don't have to hear any excuses. That's all I'm saying, right? See what Crawford has to say. Crawford saying he felt stronger. He felt way stronger than the bigger, you know, none of this bullshit. Oh, he weighed more, and he's a big dude. Okay. It was clear to me Crawford was the faster fighter. He was a stronger fighter. He was a superior fighter, right? Point blank period. Horn could train. You could pause time. You could freeze time today and have Horn train for 10 straight years and just study Crawford for 10 straight years. Bring him back in time and fight Crawford today. He still won't win. Right? Still won't happen. That's that. Look at Aram and his big fucking smug smile. Right? Look at that smug ass smile. I've never liked. I don't like Aram. Right? I just don't like the dude. All right? I just don't like him. Let's see who's on here. For those watching here, thumbs up the video. If you're watching an archive, thumbs up the video. Let's check this out. Albert says, Horn is going down. Albert says, I know, right? I have Ducking Salva Rubik to get the fucking fight. Happel says, Horn will fall in the next 2 or 3. Crawford's kicking ass. Horn is durable. Glove touched, 10-8. All right. Yo, what's going on? Says Nick Jackson, what's up? There you go. Crawford is the best in the world, says AJ, pound for pound. Haplotide says Horn did well as I could imagine. Quest X, Crawford with suspense right now. Let's do it. Okay, Noah Valles, Crawford, the GOAT. Well, I don't know about the GOAT, but he is the best right now. Crawford is a beast, says Bruce. I agree. Crawford is a beast, right? Crawford is a damn beast, right? No doubt about that. There was no doubt in my mind that this was going to happen, right? Like, as far as what we saw. This was not a difficult fight to predict, right? It wasn't. It was not difficult to say Crawford's going to dominate point blank period. That was just not a difficult prediction to make, right? There was a lot of Horn fans out there saying, oh, there's American bias and, you know, Horn's not getting a fair shake and this, that, and the third, right? I just call a spade, guys. That's all I do. That's all I do. All right? Am I still biased, people? Okay. Do I still sound biased to you? Or, you know, I know I just told you what was going to happen. That's all I did. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger for telling you what was going to happen. Right? I will say Crawford is, to me anyway, he is the king of 147 right now. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not undisputed. It's not without dispute. All right. But he is the man right now of this division. Where's Thurman at? Right? Where's he at? That's what I thought. Okay. But anyway, Spence, that's the fight to make. Let's do it. All right. Let's make the fight happen. I know Crawford's going to win that fight. I'm telling you, he's going to win that fight. Crawford will beat Spence if that fight happens. It will happen. I'm not saying it would be an easy fight, right? It won't be a sweep, okay? Crawford's not going to win every single round or anything like that, but he will win that fight, right? In the end, his arm will be raised. We will come out and say, yeah, Crawford was the best fighter. He did win. He will win that fight. It will happen, right? But besides Spence, who else is out there? Who else wants it, right? Is Manny Pacquiao sure he wants to retire? Is he sure? You know, because I know what would happen if Crawford, right, fought Pacquiao. I know what would happen. It would be a beatdown. Okay, so old man better retire. Okay, you better retire, Pacquiao. Okay, you stay in retirement is what you should do. Okay? Horn, let me tell you something. I really hope that people don't start trashing Horn and, oh, Horn ain't shit and Horn this, Horn that, because I don't like Crawford. I'm going to just start discrediting all his opponents, and Horn is one of them, okay? Horn is who he is, all right? He's everything a lot of you guys said he was, right? Oh, but DStyle, you don't understand. Horn is tough. Like, yeah, he is tough, right? Oh, but you don't understand though. He's durable. Yeah, he's very durable, right? Oh, but he's underrated. Well, to a certain degree, yeah, he is underrated. But he's just not at Crawford's level. That's all. That's all that means. It doesn't mean that there's no room for Horn to have other great. It doesn't mean there's no other great fights for Horn out there, right? Horn could fight a lot of fighters out there, right? He might not beat all of them, right? But there's a lot of great fights we can make with Jeff Horn. And Jeff Horn, guess what? He could still fight in stadiums. He could still go out and fight in stadiums in Australia and all that. Okay, he could still do all that. Horn didn't just lose to the best fighter in his division, okay? Horn lost to the best fighter in all of boxing, period. And this is what I've been telling you guys for years now. At least the last 2 years, at least. The Crawford is the best, right? DStyle doesn't do pound for pound list. I don't rate dudes like from 1 to, I don't care who's number. I'm not going to argue about, oh, well, this guy's 4, so therefore this guy should be number 5 and all this other bullshit. And I rate 70% resume, 30% eye test. I don't do any of that, all that bullshit. Okay. I'm very traditional in the sense that I don't do lists or any of that. Okay. You don't even have to use the term quote unquote pound for pound. I'm just telling you, Crawford is the best fighter in boxing. That's what I am telling you. Right? This guy's not going anywhere for a while. He's going nowhere. So get very used to the name Terrence Crawford. Become very familiar with the name Terrence Crawford because he's going nowhere. Right? He's going absolutely nowhere. Period. Okay, right now, if Jeff Horn thought he was going to win with just the right hand, he was mistaken, man. You can't come to a fight against Terrence Crawford with one weapon like that. You're going to get your ass beat the way he got his ass beat. Okay, and that's what happened. He got peppered all night. get used to that name, right? And I keep hearing about Errol Spence. Oh, but DStyle, you don't understand. Errol Spence, I do understand, right? I know. I predicted that Errol Spence was going to beat Cal Brook too. So what? Right? I'm telling you, Crawford will win that fight. If the fight happens, he's going to win that fight. Right? It's going to happen. No mistake about that. So far, I mean, this is the only dude that I know of that's really became undisputed of a division and moved up. And look at what he did to one of the champions on one of the higher divisions, right? Look at what he did. He just came and said, who the fuck's the king? I'm the king, right? It's like Game of Thrones all over again. He just showed up, bam, like a usurper. Just came and boom, throw one of the kings. Who else is up? I heard about this dude Spence, right? Bring it. By the way, anybody know where Keith Thurman's at? Anybody know where Keith Thurman's at? Where's Keith Thurman at? Right? And but by the way, the Keith Thurman fan, don't get mad at me, right? Don't get mad at DStyle because your fighter's as fragile as a fucking chandelier. It ain't my fault. Okay, that he's as fragile as a chandelier. It ain't my fault. Right? It ain't my fault. Oh, but this and that. Look, Horn came, right? Horn saw he came, but he couldn't conquer, man. He couldn't do it. He just couldn't get it done, right? He had to wail. He had to, like, everything you want out of a Rocky style movie, right? Oh, he refused to quit. He keeps coming forward. Hey, that's what winning's like. Oh, about how much you could take. It's keep coming forward. That's how winning is done. That's not how winning is done, right? Winning is not done by just getting hit over and over and over again like a blithering idiot, okay, and hope that you finally get the win in the end, okay? Winning is done, right, by being smart in the boxing ring. That's how winning is done, right? The Rocky Balboa shit works in movies. This wasn't a movie, right? There was no director here, right? There was nobody around to say cut when things were going the right way, right? We can't redo the scene. It just isn't going to happen, right? This isn't a movie. This is real life. Crawford beat that ass, right? That's what happened. Let's see who else posted. Next says you got the post fight. Well, I'm not going to play any of the commentary because then I'll get flagged and I'll be banned for 90 days. So AJ says Errol Spence is a better athlete than Crawford, but Crawford's more versatile and technical. I mean, if you say so, I don't know what proof anybody has that Spence is a better athlete. Okay, I don't know what proof they have of that. Okay, but at the end of the day, look, man, Crawford's a better fighter. Period. Okay, now, if you want to say, well, but Spence is a better athlete. Look, if you want to make that argument just to give Spence a silver medal, okay, fine. But at the end of the day, whose arm's going to be raised in the end? It's going to be Crawford's. Okay. And honest to God, there's no doubt in my mind Crawford's reflexes are way superior to Errol Spence's. Okay, it's not even close. So I'm not sure exactly when people say he's a better athlete. I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay, I'm not. I would like people to measure that for me. All right, but in the end, it doesn't matter. I mean, Crawford's going to beat that ass. Okay, in the end, it really doesn't matter. Nick, I don't have the post-fight, bro. Go look for it somewhere else, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You could subscribe to the ESPN Plus, right? ESPN is charging people to watch a damn boxing fight when we are subscribed to ESPN already on our damn cable network. What the hell's the matter with ESPN? Are they stupid? What's the perk of having... okay, a subscription to your damn channel, right? If you're going to have it on your stupid app. Are you encouraging us to just cancel our subscription? So we just cancel our cable? Like, well, what's the point of having it? This shit's insane. Keith Thurman's playing the flute at Coachella. Well, there you go. All right. Bruce says Thurman's still on vacation drinking coconuts and shit. Yeah. Grad G, Horn got his ass whooped. But more importantly, the main thing I got from this fight is that if they ever fight, Crawford's going to seriously chin check Errol Spence. Guaranteed. Yep. Okay. See, Crawford isn't Cal Brook, guys. Okay. He's not going to be getting the best of Errol Spence and then keep doing the same thing, right? And expect a different result when it's no longer working after 5-6 rounds. Okay. That's not going to happen. All right. Okay. If Crawford's doing something that's working for 2-3 rounds and Spence finally figures it out, okay, and turns the tide, Crawford's going to make an adjustment in that same round. He's going to make an adjustment. All right. He might not win the round, but he's going to make an adjustment. And then 2-3 rounds later, Errol Spence is going to figure it out. Bam, he's going to make an adjustment. 2-3 rounds later, you do the math. Right? Crawford will win that fight. Crawford is a special fighter. I've been saying this shit for a long time. Right? Raymond Turner says, yo, D-Style, what's up? After I got the Crawford versus the world, he beats Errol Spence. He's too methodical. Crawford is too methodical. I like that. And yes, he is. Right? Frog says, Bud is going to give Thurman worst speech impediment. Man, it's not even funny what Crawford would do to one time. It's just gonna take one time, one fight. Okay. One time, one shot. That's all Crawford needs, and he will expose Keith Thurman. Okay, that's all he needs. This got to fight one time. Keith Thurman's return in 2020, says Boxing Historian. Well, I guess we'll see him then. Thurman is moving down to lightweight. Oh, there you go. Okay, he might move up to 154. I mean, it gets you away from Crawford. Look, don't be shocked if a bunch of these dudes start going up to 154. Like, oh, you know what? Man, I would love to fight Crawford, but I can't make the weight no more. Damn, I'm going to have to move up. Don't be shocked if a bunch of these dudes start moving up in weight, okay? There's going to be an exodus of 147. This is what's going to happen. Let's see. Grad G says a fully fit Keith Thurman whoops both Spence and Crawford's ass. Oh man. Whew. That's hilarious. Okay. If by fully fit you mean like he has a baseball bat in his hand or something like that, okay, then maybe you're right. Okay. Now, I do believe Keith Thurman will give Spence a hell of a fight, but in the end, Spence would win, right? I do believe that. In the end, he would win. He would come out victorious. But Crawford would beat the shit out of Keith Thurman. Okay. It's not even funny what Crawford would do to Keith Thurman. Okay. It's not even funny, right? And you know why it's not funny? Because the beatdown he would give him wouldn't be meant to be funny. Okay. There's going to be nothing funny about it. Right. Bruce says 154 has some killers, though. They don't got, let me tell you something, man. They don't got Crawford. Okay. 147 has a Crawford problem. Okay. Just wait for it, right? Yo, are you going to fight Crawford? But he's with Top Rank. But he's, they're going to just wait for all the excuses. The excuses are going to start coming in. The excuses won't stop, folks. The excuses are not going to stop. All right? All right. Raymond Turner says, well, tell Keith to get off his crab cakes and make it happen, right? I keep hearing a lot of talk from Keith Thurman fans, okay? I keep hearing a lot of talk, right? A lot of talk. Like, oh, if Keith Thurman was 100%. Man, if Keith Thurman was around, he would have beat his ass, man. Right. I'm sure, right. Yeah, and right. Of course, right? And Howard Letterman, right, knows how to score a fight, right? Look, man, right. At the end of the day, okay. Another positive thing about this fight, I didn't have to hear Jim Lamley talk, right? That did make the stream a little worth, right? The fact that I didn't have to hear Jim Lamley talk was good, okay? Because Crawford did so good today, there's no doubt in my mind, okay, Jim Lamley would have cried about it. That's how spectacular of a performance this was, all right? he was such a good, what a great performance, and that's why we all love boxing. Like, shut up, Jim, right? With the emotional, sentimental ass, right? How'd you guys watch the fight anyway? Because if you pay your cable bill, which includes ESPN in that package, right? You weren't able to watch the fight that they were advertising. They had some stupid, I'm going to check up on that stupid ass baseball game they had. Okay. There's no way anybody's watching this shit. Okay. Are you kidding me? They could have put it on ESPN2? ESPN2. You couldn't put it on that? You could have put it on ESPN News? What the hell? Like, look at how boxing is treated. Okay. I mean, by this media. Okay. You know, by these networks. Look how they treat boxing. You would have easily gotten 800, 900,000. You would have gotten double, triple, okay, the amount of viewers for the Crawford Horn fight than you did for that stupid college baseball game. All right? There's no doubt in my mind about that. No doubt in my mind. The Great Half says, I'm a big ESJ fan, but boy, was that murder or what? Yeah. No one in 147 but ESJ has a chance of compete. Who's ESJ? Am I missing something? I mean, that's not Horn. That's not Crawford. Has a chance of competing, still going arrow. Okay, Raymond Turner. Maybe I missed it. Saw him. It might be as clear as day. I don't know. Raymond Turner, I was pissed about that baseball game. The disrespect wasn't even 1,000 people at that baseball game. Right. No, nobody was there, bro. It was like the parents and the godparents. Okay, that's the only people in the stands. Bruce says, Jim and I starts choking up all of a sudden. Yeah, he does, bro. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. What was fight score? Didn't see it. I don't know what the official scorecards were, but if any judge gave any round to Jeff Horn, I might forgive one round. I might be forgiving. But there's no way you can give Horn any round in that fight. And if you do, no more than one. There's just no way. Right? That was he was taken to school. Okay. Jeff Horn was taken to school. Right? He was given a boxing lesson. That's what a boxing lesson looks like. Right? But I couldn't tell you it doesn't matter. I mean, the fight will stop. You know what I mean? So, I will say, right, that all of a sudden, Jeff Horn is going to become a nobody. And, just watch in the coming weeks, months, years, when you're debating with somebody about Crawford's resume, they're going to mock and scorn, Jeff Horn. Okay, like, oh, come on, he beat Jeff Horn? Really? Like, you know what I mean? So there you go. I mean, there was some people saying Jeff Horn, according to them, right, beat Pacquiao better than Mayweather did, right? That's what some people were saying. I mean, it's, you know, for whatever it is, all right, there you go. Is Pacquiao sure he wants to retire, by the way? Raymond Turner, I had a stream from TSN, but TSN is from Canada, right? All right. But it buffered out of the 6 RP. I was going to hype ESPN deserves death, and that could have been great exposure. I mean, it might be this guy. I don't know. This is speculation. But since ESPN, from what I understand, has a new deal with the UFC, maybe they're just going to start distancing themselves completely from boxing, okay? There's also on their ESPN Watch app, right, they're going to have this Golden Boy card on ESPN Deportes, you know, because not even ESPN Deportes, which has a large, you know, boxing audience, was showing this fight. I mean, this is insane. I was like, while watching Spanish, what the fuck is it? What are they showing? Like, this is insane. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you purchase this fight? Why would you promote this fight if you're not going to put it on the damn network? Why am I subscribed to ESPN again? What is this? The worldwide leader in sports is showing baseball games with like 10 people in the crowd, okay? This shit's embarrassing. My favorite, guys, if you're watching, thumbs up the video, right? I'm not sure how long I'll be on here, by the way. Okay, I'm not sure. If anybody wants to come on, let me know, right? Again, I don't know how long I'll be on here, but if you want to come on, if you have a different take about the fight, you know, did you see a different fight? Did you think the Horn was winning, right? Are the slow motion videos going to come out and say, nah, but DStyle, you don't understand DStyle, right? You don't understand DStyle. Horn was winning like for real. You just didn't watch the fight in slow motion, DStyle. If you watch the fight in slow motion, flip the camera phone, okay, at a 40-degree angle, right, and tilt your head at an additional 10-degree angle, right, you will see that none of the punches from Crawford were landing. None of them, right? Because if you watch it in slow motion, right? Yes, of course, have an agenda behind this. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan and still bitter about the loss of Jeff Horn. And I like the fact that this, Crawford that I've been doing nothing but criticizing, okay, beat him in much better fashion than Manny Pacquiao could ever dream of doing. Okay, I understand there's an agenda behind that, but I'm very sincere in the fact that Horn really won this fight. Watching the slow motion, DStyle. Come on, you guys know it's coming. Okay, like it's coming. We all saw the fight. We all know what we saw, right? But there's people out there that are, disputing reality. Okay, that's what's happening. This is a beatdown, right? This was a beatdown, guys. Right? It wasn't even funny. In fact, I remember there was a body shot. What was it, like in the 6th round? I'm like, damn. Props to Horn. I mean, he took that body shot like a champ, right? I mean, damn. The commentators even said, damn, oh, yeah, he knocked out the last opponent with a body shot like that, right? But Horn took it. Props to him, right? Charlotte Trout, I did not watch that fight. Okay, I still got to watch that fight. Okay, who won that fight, by the way? Bemi Douglas. I would like for Pac to fight Crawford to give him that star power, because for Pac versus Horn, I was surprised how big of a reaction when he lost. I mean, I would love Manny Pacquiao, first of all, to either retire or if he's going to stick around. Look, Crawford versus Pacquiao. I mean, we could do that fight. You know what I mean? That fight is doable. For people saying, oh, come on, Crawford needs to make a name for himself. And, well, there you go. He could fight Manny Pacquiao, right? But DStyle, that's not fair. Manny Pacquiao is washed up, okay? Well, maybe it's not fair. So maybe Pacquiao should just retire and just leave the damn sport, okay? Which just sounds like what he's going to be doing. But there you go, right? Let's see here. If there's no more comments coming in, I'll go ahead and wrap up this video, right? So if you guys have anything to say, I honestly do suggest that you say it, right? Or if not, I'm going to be wrapping this shit up, right? But there's really nothing else to say here, okay? Other than what happened. We saw what happened. Crawford beat that ass. That was easy work, right? He won every single round. And that's it, okay? For those that are coming in late, I do feel like the stoppage was a little premature. I do. Got to be honest, right? And this is coming from someone who predicted the fight would end in the 9th round. That's so I'm being honest here, right? But I do feel where there was a couple punches later or then the following round that Horn was going to get knocked out. There's no doubt in my mind about that, okay? Okay, Boxing Historian says, DStyle, you funny, my man. What did I miss? Imperial Wrath says. You missed the upset, bro. Horn pulled it off. Yeah, right. Okay. And by the way, there was a lot of dudes out there like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, why don't you bet me money? Okay, and I guarantee you Horn will win the fight. Horn's going to beat. I didn't want to take a guy. I felt bad taking your money, okay? I knew what was going to happen. But I have a serious question for Jeff Horn fans, okay? I have a very serious question. Did you guys really feel he was going to win that fight? Did you really believe that? If you did, that's fine, okay? I mean, you stood behind him. That's cool. But, there was some cocky, Horn fans. Oh, just wait, man. I can't wait until the Hornet shows up and shows you Americans, okay, what it's all about. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Horn just invaded America, okay? I mean, wow, what an invasion. Okay, but I will say this. Did you guys really believe that? Or was it just fake it till you make it type of thing? You know what I mean? What was it? I really need to know, right, if you really believed Horn was going to win. I honestly need to know this. Did you really believe he was going to win? Because you just couldn't, right? You couldn't watch tape of Jeff Horn and say, oh, yeah, he could totally avoid all the punches from Crawford, right? You couldn't watch at that average hand speed and say, oh, man, he's going to be landing punches on Crawford all night. You know what I mean? You couldn't watch and say, man, his footwork is it's just at another level. You know what I mean? This. What did you guys see that made you think that Horn was going to win? Or, just be honest, did you know he was not going to win? Were you hoping he did win, and so you could just come on here and be like, ha, see, DStyle don't know shit about boxing. Okay, he came on here and bragged and said that, Horn was going to lose and get his ass beat, but he don't know shit about boxing. You know what I mean? I'm right here, right? I'm not going anywhere. DStyleBoxing hasn't gone anywhere in years, right? I'm not like some of these other channels that change names and, okay, they get a lot of, embarrassing, predictions wrong, and then they change their whole MO, or their favorite fighter gets knocked out and they disappear from the face of the earth. Or that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I have a real good batting average. I'm good. All right. If Horn would have pulled the upset, I would have come on here. I would have given him props. Right. I would have said, damn, I was wrong. But I knew I wasn't going to be wrong. You couldn't really believe that. You couldn't believe Horn was going to win, right? Like, I need to know this. I need to know if you guys were just, faking it. Like deep down, like, he's not going to win, but you're just, just to have fun. You're just acting like he's going to win, Oh, man, Crawford's never seen a right hand like Horn's. Oh, no. Man, that right hand, bro. Right. Rally Portez is an Aussie. We knew he was never going to win. Who has he fought? Zip. What happened to boxing for Horn to be world champ in the first place? Damn. This Aussie ain't playing around. Right? Look, Horn's a good fighter. He just got beat by a better fighter. Okay? That's what happened right there. All right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, Damien Douglas says, yup. The ducking begins. Who ducks first, Swift, Showtime, One Time, or the truth? Well, we're going to find out. Okay? We're going to find out who starts running. Crawford doesn't have to hide and run from anybody. Okay? He's the best. When you're the best, okay, you don't got to run. You don't got to run from anybody because you'll beat all their asses. Man, I've been telling people for a while, man. Crawford, right? Okay, he's got an old school mentality, right? And you won't understand that if you started watching boxing in the last 10 years. You're not going to understand that. And I'm not saying like, well, let me Google old school mentality in boxing and then, I know what it means. No, that's not what it means. You have to actually know, right? All right? Because I know a lot of you guys, you go to Google and like Google this shit, right? Like, in fact, let's see what Google says. I'm curious. Okay, Google. Tell me what old school mentality in boxing means. All right, let's try that again. What the hell's going on? Tell me what old school mentality in boxing means. Old school boxing.com. Look at this. Okay, there's a thread you can go to for May 14, 2012. So some people, there's some dudes on here that think 2012 is old school. All right. Like, I've honestly listened to boxing channels, right? And they're like, man, back in the day, man, let me tell you about back in the day. In 2012, you couldn't get away with that. I'm just like, wait, what? Like, bro, come on. There has to be like a back in the day rule. Like, if you say back in the day, we have to establish it's got to be at least 25 years. You know what I mean? Like, at least. So you can't say back in the day and the shit was like 5 years ago. Okay, come on, bro. All right. But anyway, Mindset of a Champion at Expert Boxing. You guys can look that up. All right. If you want to catch up with some knowledge. All right. Utilize Google, guys. Old school training versus new school training. Okay. There's a unboxing247.com. Okay. From May 20th, 2009. Apparently, I don't know. That's something you guys could look into. Right. And for some, look at that. There's a picture of Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. All right. There you go. All right. But anyway, let's go back to the thread. Horn was Justin. Well, there you go. Lambley loves DStyleBoxing sniff tier. DStyle's the best tier commentator. Nose twitch. We have tissue. We have. Okay. Blood Boxing returns. What's up, DStyle? He says, what's up, Blood? Appletite says, what up? And Imperial Wrath says, DStyle, if Pacquiao were to fight and upset Crawford. And at this point, I'd pick Crawford to win. Do you think that would be as big as an upset as, say, Duran Barkley? That would be a big upset. I'm not going to compare it to Duran Barkley, right? Because then that's a whole nother conversation. But I will say, you know, of course, Duran at that point of his career, latter point of his career, way undersized for that weight class, right? And pulling off a victory over Barkley, who had wins over someone who murdered Duran, okay, in the ring and Hearns. I mean, yes, of course, that's a big upset, right? No doubt about that, right? And of course, look, in boxing, just because Horn has a victory over Pacquiao and Crawford beat Horn, that doesn't by definition mean that, you know, Crawford should beat Pacquiao. And that's not why I would pick Crawford to beat Pacquiao. I'm just picking Crawford to beat Pacquiao for many reasons. One, I just think he's just a superior fighter, right? Crawford is a superior fighter to Manny Pacquiao. He's a far more skilled fighter than Manny Pacquiao, right? And you add on top of that the age of Pacquiao and his killer instinct being gone. It's a recipe for disaster. That would be a beatdown. And I will stand by that comment. I don't care what anybody says, right? But DStyle, you don't understand. I do understand. I am telling you, it would be a beatdown. So, of course, telling you that if Crawford were to come in, right, and defeat, if Pacquiao were to get a victory over Crawford, I don't even care if Crawford broke his hand in the first round. That's the only reason Pacquiao won. Whatever the scenario is, if he wins that fight, I mean, not only is that an upset, I mean, that is one of the biggest wins in the history of boxing. That would be unbelievable, right? And the word unbelievable is overused in boxing. But here, I'm being very serious. It's unbelievable. It's not going to happen. Like, I literally mean it's not believable because it's not going to happen, right? The RHF Horn fans is Appletite. There was some out there, right? I got to catch up to these comments. Matt KG12, they're doing 78 dirty. They already copyright flagged his Crawford Horn post-fight vid. What? Interesting. I think Thurman will duck Spence and try to fight Crawford. Now, 78 can dispute it if he gets at least 1,000 views in that video, right? So, I don't know what, I haven't checked it yet, but if it's not over 1,000 views, let's get it over 1,000 views so you could dispute that, right? With that said, let's see. I think Thurman will duck Spence and try to fight Crawford. Says antimatter, okay? Jiminy Cricket, Horn was not a good fighter. He was not even competitive. He was done. Okay, I want Crawford to KO Danny Garcia, says AJ10. He will KO. If they fight, Crawford will stop Danny Garcia. You could put that in the bank, right? Bruce says Crawford sort of reminds me of Pernell Whitaker. Now, they do fight differently, but I will say this. Offensively, yes, they're very similar. And also their mentality, okay? You know, they are, there's some similarities there for sure, okay? That there is an aura there for sure, okay? Fighting often is old school, says Mac G12. Well, yeah, that's a component of old school. 2009 old school, says Appletime, yeah. Okay, Great Track says there was 1,700 people in NBT's live stream roasting him on cheering for Jeff Horn. It was funny. I got to give it to NBT, though. He stuck with this guy, okay? But I told him. I told NBT to not do this to himself, all right? But you got to give him credit, right? Great Track says, but D-Style, you don't understand. Pacquiao beat your boy Morales twice. Yeah, he did. Okay, Blood Boxing returns. Capital Type, he looked good. All right, referring to Crawford, obviously. Crawford did look phenomenal in the ring. Well, look, first of all right, anybody who knows anything knows that Morales was washed up by the time Pacquiao even fought him the first time, okay? In fact, Pacquiao was expected to destroy Morales in the first fight, right? He was supposed to destroy him. Instead, he got defeated in that first fight. Pacquiao did. He got defeated in the first fight. The second fight, Morales was coming off a defeat in a fight where he couldn't even make weight properly, right? So Morales just wasn't the same anymore, right? That was just as clear as day. That's I'm not making excuses. It is what it is. Pacquiao beat him. It's not Pacquiao's fault that his timeline didn't fall in line with Morales'. So I'm not saying that, but that's the reality, okay? Crawford was surgical. Horn is not bad to sample type. Great Jank. Yeah, I know that. Prime Morales beats Pacquiao every day of the week. Prime Morales beats his ass. I don't care what anybody says. At the very least, all right, I mean, Pacquiao has a lot of trouble with him, but it's very similar to the way he did with Marquez, right? But I just don't see, you know, what happened in the last two fights happening. Morales just wasn't the same anymore. He was coming off a lot of wars. It was clear he was struggling against fighters that he shouldn't have been struggling with anymore, and he just wasn't the same anymore at that point, okay? He couldn't even make that weight class anymore, but he was contractually obligated to, and he agreed to it, so it is his fault, but it does take away from Pacquiao's victory. It just does. But you're just being biased. Like, I'm just calling it like it is, guys, right? Great Track. Morales was weight drained in the second fight. In the third fight, he just wanted a paycheck. Now, that is true. Douglas says Crawford and Danny have fought. They both have each other's number. However, that was in the amateurs days. So I don't know, man. Look. I get it. But at the end of the day, this is the pros. This is 12 rounds, not 4 rounds. We're not scoring little pity-pat points. It's a whole nother animal. Okay, in this game, and the pro game is very different than the amateur game, right? There's no doubt in my mind Crawford beats that ass, right? Haplotype. Horn is pretty good. I have to say Crawford is the best I've seen in years. Crawford is one of a kind, right? He's that type of fighter we see once every 10, 15, 20 years, right? It's so enjoy this dude. This dude, right? He's that type of fighter that comes along every 15, 20 years, right? Crawford's that dude. And I will stand behind that, all right, till the day I'm proven wrong, which will never come, okay? Imperial Wrath, I honestly think we'll see Crawford versus Spence before we see Thurman mix it up with those guys. What is Thurman even doing? Where's Thurman at? But anyway, all right. Great Rank asked, who do you say is more special, Crawford or Lomachenko? Lomachenko is special. I just haven't seen enough of him. Right? I'm just being honest, right? And I do not want to hear anybody even. Look, man, if I hear one person say, oh, DStyle doesn't like Lomachenko, DStyle always give Lomachenko an unfair shake, right? I've been talking about Lomachenko longer than anybody, right? Period. If there is someone that's been talking about him on YouTube longer than me, I don't know about them. I'm not saying they don't exist. I've never heard about him, right? This is before he won his first Olympic gold medal, right? I was talking about Lomachenko, right? I wanted him to turn pro then. He stuck around in the amateurs. He won another gold medal. I wanted him to turn pro, right? So obviously I've had some criticisms, but I had mostly positive things to say about Lomachenko, right? So I will say Lomachenko is very good. He's a great athlete and all that, but at the end of the day, we got to see more, right? That Linares fight showed me a lot about his tenacity, his fighting spirit, but at the end of the day, technically, he didn't look like Superman anymore, okay? He just didn't. If Lomachenko was who everybody was saying he was, and when I say everybody, I mean his fanboys, he should have destroyed Linares, okay? If he was that dude, he should have been that dude, you know? If we're saying he's the best of all time, should demolish Linares in under 3 rounds, right? That didn't happen. So while there's some positive things to say about Lomachenko's, you know, the fact that he showed me something I like to see in fighters as far as, you know, getting the way they react and how they act, their character when they get back up from a knockdown, stuff like that. But speaking about whether he is special or not, I will just say that I have to see a little bit more, right? So as of right now, when it comes to this pro game, I have Crawford above him. That's why I have Crawford as the best pound for pound fighter in the world. I don't have a list. I don't need a list. Okay, I'm not going to do Lomachenko number 2. I don't do any of that. Okay, if you're a quote unquote number 2, you're not on the list, right? I have one fighter. One guy is the pound for pound champ. That's it, right? So the number 1 dude on the planet is Terrence Crawford, according to DStyleBoxing, right? Crawford is better since age 10, all right? Imperial Wrath says, I don't know about that. I think a lot of people forget how nasty 2009, 2010 Pacquiao was. If Prime Morales versus Prime Pacquiao would be a hell of a fight. Yeah, okay. Bruce says, I think Mikey does Lomachenko. I do believe Mikey Garcia beats Lomachenko as well. All right. I want to see that fight happen. Let's do it. I've been waiting for that fight to happen. Let's make the fight happen. Right? I keep hearing, Mikey's not fighting anybody. Why doesn't Mikey fight somebody? Well, Lomachenko's somebody. Let's get the fight good. Let's make the fight. Right? Appletite says Loma is to Crawford as Benny Leonard was to Robinson. Okay, I like that. Okay, God, Sea Dog, Joe, I've been flying, Kangaroo. Appletite, both great, but Robinson was better. There you go. Perry Wrath, Linares was actually boxing toe-to-toe with Loma for those first few rounds. I actually had Linares up. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Great training. Mikey can beat Lomachenko only if he fights Mexican style, like Salido. You don't mean like GGG? Because GG says only he fights Mexican style, right? Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys being on here. You've been a great audience. I'm glad to be on here. All right. I have not done one of these, post fights in a while. Okay. But I'll try to do them, more and more. All right. I'm going to check out some of these other post-fight reactions. I haven't seen any. I started doing this video after the 7th round of that fight. So I want to see some post-fights, see what the rest of the boxing community out there is saying. And just see what the Boxing Nation's saying, man. And a lot of great channels out there. Want to check out their thoughts. So I'm going to leave it here, right? Grave Drank says the man GGG said he fought Black Style. Right. I mean, shit's insane. Shit's insane. But I do appreciate it, guys. I am out of here. Peace.